People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, we're back, and this week it is Natalie and I. We are in our busy season. We cannot... I didn't ask anybody to be on the podcast this week because I only have this hour to spare, and I didn't know what this hour would be because she had a test tonight after our shows today, and your test was an hour and a half? What was your test tonight?
It's an hour and 20 minutes. Not enough time. I mean...
This is the only night we have to record, and I don't even know when this is going to happen, so it has to be Natalie and I. What was your test tonight?
It was in my new class, Pregnancy and Lactation Nutrition. But it was 31 questions for an hour and 20, which doesn't sound like that'd be hard. But it was mostly short answer, an essay question, and then a couple true-false.
So with the essay, what is that,
hard.
a 300 word? Or
She
what?
said 250 words or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it is Natalie and I. We've been crazy busy. Busy season.
It's summertime.
Early mornings.
Did you look at the calendar for July?
No.
You're so funny. We had a week in June where it was 2 shows, 1 show, 2 shows, 1 show, show. And Wes told Lana, he goes, I think that was the hardest week that we're going to have this year. He didn't look at July.
That's what I like hearing.
I don't know. We're going to be
And it's still early. We still might get more
falling
August
on our
booking.
butts.
We'll sleep when we're
Yeah,
dead.
no, it looks good. You can tell when school goes back in August about, because it's like busy jobs. And then September, we usually go, you have your thing, and then we usually go on vacation.
MAES, Magicians Alliance of Eastern States.
Yeah. And then we usually go on vacation, so that's just, we're not going on vacation. Everybody's blaming me because of school, so we're not going on vacation. And so we're just going to be home.
Nobody's blaming you. I don't want you to go all the way to Cancun and spend all that money and sit on the beach studying 6 hours a day, and nobody can talk to you, nobody can show you their shells, nobody can do anything. Come to the pool, Mom. Come out to dinner, Mom. Come watch the show, Mom. I can't. I'm studying.
Yeah, I would be
We'll
able to
just
do
go-
shows at nighttime.
we'll
It'd
just
be
go-
quiet time for me to do school.
We will just go in January.
We'll see, but yeah.
What do you mean we'll see?
We're not
Give
gonna
me something to
We're not
focus
going
on.
to go in September, but we'll see about going in January. I would love to, but we'll see.
We're going in January, people.
Okay.
All right. Why? Why do you say that?
Because we'll see.
All right. Anyway,
Hey, get that. It's going to eat me. That's a mosquito. Get it.
golly. Well, why are mosquitoes in my magic room, Natalie?
Thank you.
Now it's stuck on the wall. Why are mosquitoes in my magic room, Natalie?
That's how you killed it. Because our air conditioner went out. Didn't we said that last time because we were in the RV doing our thing. And the air conditioner went out, so we had the windows open upstairs because that's the only way you can get any sort of breathable air in the house because it's hot. It was hot. We had no air conditioning in the heat wave of 100 and some degrees for 4 days in a row. We had no air conditioning upstairs. Downstairs was cranking, and that poor thing did good.
So I
kept going.
walked in here one night. It was 85 degrees in my magic room. I just want to be in my magic room. I just want to hang out and relax. I'm sweating just sitting on the couch. But I look up and there's bugs all over my ceiling. What good does a screen do
I guess
if it lets little gnats in?
Yeah, well, the gnats are smaller than the holes of the tiny little holes of the screen, I guess.
So do people have their windows open in their houses? We never do. Do people have their windows open?
I open our windows in the springtime and the fall time.
So is that
Until
not...
I start hearing complaints, so it'll only last a day or two, and then this one starts complaining. It's too hot, it's too cold, can you please turn on the heat, can you please turn on the air conditioner, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so it only lasts a couple days. Most people probably have their windows open for a few weeks at least.
So let me tell you this. She had the air conditioner cranking downstairs, trying to heat our 95-degree upstairs.
I just left
I was
it
walking
normal.
around in pants and a sweatshirt with a hood on, because my bald head
I didn't change the air conditioning temperature downstairs.
But it never got to temperature downstairs because it was trying to keep heating upstairs.
No, it didn't.
Well, why was I freezing?
And it's set to 75.
Why was I freezing?
It's in your head, I guess. I don't know. Or just the change of temperature from going to sauna to air conditioner.
Yeah, I don't know. I was freezing downstairs.
I don't know.
But it was crazy. All right, so we talked about it last week, but it's been a whole nother week in between, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So it went out. The part was going to cost us $6,000. It was going to take us 8 weeks to get it. You need a new AC. That's $15,000.
You might as well get a new AC because I can't guarantee the other parts are working because I can't check them because the board's out. And then that's, $1,000 here, $1,000 there. This one's $300. Might as well get a new one. And then we got priced for $15,000, and then we got other people telling us and telling us different prices, and then, like we said, brother-in-law came out of retirement for us, and he installed our air conditioner, and he did it over the weekend. He thought he was going to get it done on Saturday, so we were all looking forward. Our awesome neighbors let us borrow their air mattresses, and I packed them all up, and I sent them back over with Lana. I said, take them back over. We're going to be in our own beds tonight. And then he couldn't finish it. So I was like, no.
Natalie and Lana are whispering to me.
Air mattresses.
While he's working, and they're like, when's he going to be done? What are we doing for dinner?
Yeah.
When's he going to be done?
Yeah.
Are we taking him to dinner, or am I making something? What's going... Honey, I don't know. I don't want to bug him. And he's upstairs in the attic. It's 160 upstairs. And he's dying.
Yeah. Well, I figured he probably didn't want to go out, but I didn't know how long he was going to be, if he wanted to eat dinner with us, what was going on. But something happened around 4. He ran out of something, whatever it was. And so he had to come back the next day. So we were, another night, sleeping downstairs.
And we were so excited. We thought we had our bed.
So disappointing. And then Sunday comes. He comes over. He gets it all up and running. I'm going, woohoo, thank you so much. I mean, I'm just so excited. I'm watching the temperature go down. The temperature's going down degree at a time. Honey, it's 87. It's 86. It got all the way down to 83 and our power went out.
During dinner. He left at 4.
There was a lightning storm.
We had dinner at 7.
Yep. There was a lightning storm. And it took out the power. And it was thousands of people out of power. So, once again, so we tried to sleep upstairs, but we had the generator running so that fans could go. But then the boys' fan, they threw something at it and messed it up. So if you turn it on, it goes, so they can't sleep with it on.
It's like off kilter, so it's wobbling.
And then the generator is like right outside their window, so you can't open the window because it'd be too loud. They never fall asleep. So we tried to sleep in our own beds. I think I was in bed for an hour, and Lex woke up, and he couldn't go back to sleep because he was just sweating. So I said, well, Wes, I'm taking him downstairs. And it was probably a good 5 to 10 degrees cooler downstairs. But on top of that, in the living room, we had the fan that helped. But yeah, it was cooler downstairs because that air conditioner worked and the temperature was already down, whereas we were trying to sleep upstairs and the temperature hadn't gotten down to where the new air conditioner was set before the power went out. So me and the boys slept on the couch, or they slept on the floor, I slept on the couch, and I did not sleep well. And the boys slept fine, but I did not sleep well, and I kept checking to see if the power was back on. And then finally, about 5 o'clock, it said it was back on. So I went outside and turned the generator off and turned the power back on. And the air conditioner came back. But I couldn't just leave the boys sleeping downstairs, so I was back on the couch. But I just laid. I think I might have gotten 2 hours sleep all night that night.
The whole 3 weeks.
And we had to get up early and go to a show. And I was wrecked.
What does it do to your body when you don't get the right sleep? We had it. Whatever it is, it wears you out. It makes life just miserable.
Yeah. So, still catching up on sleep because, yes, we got our first night, at least my first night in bed. You and Lana slept in your beds, but it was hot, so I doubt they slept great. But last night, we had power, we had air conditioning, everybody slept in the room. The boys slept straight through the night. They were in an actual bed and slept straight. I was so thankful. But once again, we had to get up early because we had a show. So I didn't get... But, let's see. I was in bed for about 5.5 hours. So, still tired. I am ready for bed tonight, and I'm going to sleep in tomorrow.
You took a nap yesterday.
Well, that's because I had like 2 hours of sleep.
I know.
I took a 2-hour nap yesterday. That's all I could afford myself because I have school to get done.
And I was watching the boys, and I was tinkering and cleaning the house and different things. Today, I got to take a nap. And I talked to my friend, and I said, I think I actually dreamt. I think this is the first time I actually gotten deep sleep.
And had a dream
in 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
When it's 85 degrees.
It's not comfortable.
When it's 85 degrees, no covers on you.
Well, see, I was sleeping downstairs with the boys and Lana for quite some time. And he was trying to sleep upstairs. But then the heat wave hit, and that's when he came downstairs. And he told me and Lana to go out in the RV.
There's air conditioner, you got more comfy beds. The RV's got
it's not that great
cardboard walls.
Because we weren't level.
If the boys talk in their sleep or do something, the whole RV, everybody hears it.
Yeah. Lana turns over, the whole RV shakes, and I wake up thinking we're rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
That's, and she moves a lot. And we weren't level, so I felt like I was rolling down a hill. And then it rained one night, and I told Wes, I said, if it was like a consistent rain, like a I could have slept to that. But it was like 2 minutes of ting, 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 and then and then ting, ting, and then a break, and then ting, 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 and I just, it was so annoying. I was like, pick one.
That reminds me of the time that Lana and I slept in the treehouse, daddy-daughter date night, and we slept in the treehouse. And 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, a damn squirrel above us was eating a nut and dropping the crumbs. I climbed on the railing. I was standing on that railing with my gun, and I'm like, where are you? Where are you? Lana slept through it all, but man, he was great. Because we have a metal roof, a tin roof on the treehouse.
Yeah.
And he was dropping those nuts on the treehouse.
Lana sleeps through everything. It's so funny. Trying to wake her up. Lana, wake up! Because she doesn't want me to leave her. Even if it was a day where we didn't have shows, and she could sleep as late as she wanted. I mean, it's RV, daylight, air conditioner's on. I said, you want me to just leave you in here in the morning and you just wake up whenever you want? Because I got to set the alarm because I got to get stuff done. I said, so, I mean, if you want me to just leave you, you can sleep. No, Ma, don't leave me. Like, I'm like, are you sure? Because I got to get up. I got to go. And she was like, no, I'll get up when you get up. Okay, because normally on a day when we didn't have shows, she would not. Like, there are days that she has slept till 12:30, 1 o'clock, and we're going, wakey, wakey.
It's time to get up.
Get out of bed.
While I was in the attic making room for the air conditioner to come out and the new one to go in, I found a little bicycle. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't Lana's because it's Cars.
It was Lana's.
She had a Cars bicycle?
Yeah, because we got it from Once Upon a Child or something along those lines, and that's what they
got
had.
it in like a thrift store.
Yeah. And it's not a tricycle. It has training wheels. It has training wheels, and the boys have those balance bikes, so they've only used their feet, and so pedals were new, and they took to it great. Lex is the one that rides it the most. He really likes it. He'll go around the house. He just goes in circles around the house, and he's like, choo choo, my choo choo train, mommy, chugga 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 choo choo. Or their other thing is
cops and robbers.
Yeah, Lana is a bandit, and they're chasing a bandit, and Lex has the patrol car, and Julian's just the foot cop. Poor Julian doesn't get the bike very often.
They were taking turns, but now Lex is taking it over.
Yeah, Lex is taking it over.
Yeah.
And Julian hasn't complained. He'll grab it sometimes when Lex isn't looking, but the second he's off of it, Lex is on that thing and he's not getting off, so he enjoys it. But
all right, so another topic I have here is Natalie's Hell Week. So we are in July now, and school, when she signed up for classes, she's looking at the schedule and saying, oh no, my classes overlap in our busiest season, summer. 183 shows, June through August, and I have 4 classes at the same time for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I was scared.
And you could say I was being a jerk. You could say I was grinding the knife in her back. But I constantly remind her, probably twice a month at least, what are you going to do come summertime?
Yeah, he
Natalie?
wasn't making it. Yeah, and he was not trying to freak me out, but he was freaking me out a little bit.
What are you going to do? I don't know how you... We take naps. We don't have time in the summer. We're exhausted. What are you going to do, honey?
No naps.
But I was also kept telling her that with love. Get a game plan. Get a game plan.
And I did. So I had...
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, I was thinking about it the second that I signed up for those classes and figured out there was an overlap. I was like, oh gosh.
I was scared for you.
So the first set of classes, it was 8 weeks. That week 7 and 8 overlap with week 1 and 2 of my next classes. So the whole first 6 weeks of that class, I was telling Wes, I finished this week's, it's Thursday, I'm starting next week. I'm getting a head start. And so I had a really good head start. And when my new classes started on a Monday, I already had, so that would have been week 7 of my current classes. I had week 7 done before week 7 started. That way I could start week 1 and get that done. And then I was able to get week 8 done. And I actually wouldn't have to be done with those classes until July 4th. But I got everything turned in over the weekend. So I am done with my 4 classes at once. I am down to 2. But now
I was talking to my friend, and I said, Natalie finished her classes, and she finished early, and she did a jig. I didn't know she knew how to do a jig.
It wasn't a jig. It was just some messed up dancing. But I did that when I finished I finished nutritional biochemistry first, and I got that done. And I was like, heck yeah! I'm waiting on my grade back to see how my final grade on my test. But I think I did good. But we'll find out. But anyway, so I got those done, and then I'm in a nutrition research and a nutrition for pregnancy and lactation. And the pregnancy and lactation thing has something that's due on Thursday. And then the nutrition research, I set up a meeting with my professor, and I have to have my research done by Thursday. I don't have it done, and it's Tuesday evening. And I meet with her on Thursday at 2 o'clock. So I've got to get... That's why you were like, why are you? I thought you had such a head start. On my old classes, my new classes, I didn't have a head start. I am on time. And I got to get this done by Thursday. Both classes have stuff I have to get done by Thursday.
So she got back to you, it's scheduled.
2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, that was something on the way to the show today she didn't get back to you, I didn't think.
I was talking to her on the way to the show. And then, yeah. So anyway, I have a plan of what I got to get done, but hopefully I will get it done before 2 o'clock on Thursday. I have to.
So I am outside looking in. She's telling me this stuff, and I'm overwhelmed, probably like you guys. You know, can you list the 4 classes? Can you list? So she's doing a jig, and she says, "I'm caught up. I'm caught up. I'm caught up." Okay. Well, on Sundays, we used to watch a movie, and then you go back to studying. So can we watch a movie? Let's watch Squid Game.
And I said, we'll watch 1 episode, and then I'm gonna get more work done.
And that whole episode was building up to a game.
And it ended on a cliffhanger.
And sometimes the games last 5 minutes. I told Lana, what episode did we just watch recently, or something I remembered that only lasted 5 minutes? Like, some of the games last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought it was. Oh, this time when the girl turned around and counted red light, green light.
Oh yeah.
That was only 5 minutes in season 2.
That wasn't the whole season. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I thought hide and seek would be pretty fast.
Nope. It lasted for the full 2nd episode. And I told Wes, I said, darn it, I didn't get anything else done because that took us to bedtime, pretty much. And I had to get the boys to bed. And I was like, It's just overwhelming because I hadn't even gotten reading done.
But I look over and Natalie is bawling.
Oh, it was sad.
Can't give spoilers, it's too new, but...
No. It was sad.
Bawling.
Well,
and
not bawling, but I had tears falling.
Did you say there was another part of that show that you were crying too, though?
Yeah, well, I got teary-eyed, but I didn't cry. It didn't run down
Just
my face.
do this to me.
But
You
I
go
got
like this.
teary-eyed.
Tell me, what part was that?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't even remember what made you teary-eyed.
No.
She's stressed out. She's stressed out from school. She's letting her emotions out. They're weighing on her.
Lana said she got a little emotional too.
Yeah, well.
I'm an empath. I feel it, even when it's not real. Still feel for the characters' fake emotions.
Squid Game's fun.
It is fun.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's... If you try to talk somebody into watching it, though, and describe it...
Yeah, you can't describe it well, but it's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that sucks you in, but...
Yeah.
It's dark. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's good, though.
So while we're talking about movies or whatever, let's talk about the new Minecraft movie. Because that's on my notes here.
Well, you go ahead. I haven't watched it.
What do you know about Minecraft, Natalie?
It's blocks. It's pixelated. I don't know anything.
How come you don't get in trouble by saying that?
Because I don't say it meanly to her. And I'm not making fun
My
of her.
little girl loves it with all of her heart, and I don't understand it. I'm like, honey, when I was little, they had Pong. Then they had Mario. Then they had, I don't know, Vice City, Grand Theft Auto. The graphics have gotten better. This thing went backwards. But you can create a world. But it's squares. You're going back to Pong. What is going on? Oh, but you could do this, you could do that. I don't understand it in that. Well, all you have to do is take some iron ore and do this and what? Well, then you got the creepers and the sweepers and the thing and the village people and the this and the that. What? I thought you were building. Yeah, but then you got this and you got to find the gold and then you got to do this and you can build this and you can build. Some people build real mansions, Dad, and you can do this. And I mean, it took them a crew of 50 people and it was 3 years doing it, but they built a real mansion. What? I don't understand it. So, Lana's getting paid for babysitting the boys now that Willow's gone. She had money burned a hole in her pocket. She had to buy the new Minecraft movie. So, her and I went out and ran some errands yesterday. Honey, I'll watch it with you. The boys and I will watch it with you. Okay. The boys were bored of it. They're 4 years old. They were bored of it in 4 minutes.
Didn't sound like it took too long.
So I told her, I said, honey, they're 4. They're not understanding what's going on. They're developing characters. They're talking about a guy being a video game champ that has nothing to do with the Minecraft world. It's a character they're bringing into the movie. Just put them in their playroom. Put on something for them and whatever. And while she was doing that, I was playing a solitaire on my phone. I'm just playing a solitaire game. I come back down. She's frumps on the couch. I just wanted people to watch it with me. Now you're not watching. I'm watching, Lana. Quiz me on it. Okay, what's the guy's name in the movie, Dad? I said, Steve? The other guy, Dad. I said, honey, I don't know. They called him Garbage Man because of the special move that he did in the video game, but I don't know his name. What's his name, Lana? Well, I don't know, but I thought you might know. I'm getting yelled at.
For
I was
stuff
just
she
testing
doesn't
you.
even know.
And then I'd
That's
ask
funny.
her questions, and I'd say, they have a thing where it gets dark every 20 minutes, and when it gets dark, zombies come out. And they do that premise in the first 20 minutes of the movie. It never gets dark again throughout the rest of the movie.
But it's supposed to get dark every 20
Because
minutes.
they were like, boy, that was fast. It just got dark real fast. Yeah, it does that a lot. It never did it the rest of the movie.
Oh.
But at the end of the movie, there's all these bad guys blowing fire at them and zombies and all these people. And I'm like, Lana, but it's not even nighttime. Oh, Dad, that's the other kind of daytime people. I said, well, why do you have all these people trying to kill you and blow your house up when you're spending 300 years building a mansion, right?
Part of the game, Dad. Come on, Dad.
But it's not nighttime, Dad. They're the daytime people. But the daytime people, you could just... But don't stand next to them next to your house, because then they will blow it up. So you have to take them away from your house. And then asking questions made her mad. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to connect with you. I'm trying to ask questions. I didn't get it. I don't get it. I'm okay with it, though.
She loved it. She loved the movie.
I'll put it on for her after dinner. Her and the boys are watching it now.
But Wes did not like it. I had no interest in seeing it, so I didn't mind that they watched it
I had
without
no
me.
interest in seeing it either, but I was trying to be sweet for my little girl.
Yeah, well.
I took my dad to see Blair Witch. Man, that pissed him off.
But it did.
There's a cute girl, and I remember her talking about it in school. And Dad said, what do you want to go see? Oh, there's a new horror movie. Let's go see it. I got so motion sickness in the movie theater. I thought I was going to throw up. And Dad said, you don't get to recommend movies anymore.
That's funny.
I haven't seen it since.
I haven't seen it since. I watched that movie with my parents at our house. just in our living room. We didn't go out and see it.
Wait a second. Were you
But-
old enough to be watching it?
Yeah, we watched it in high school when I was in high school.
Oh, so it was already out for a while.
I don't know when it came out, but
I thought it
watched
came out when I was in high school. Maybe I was in college. Maybe it was a college
I
girl.
don't know, but yeah. Anyway, that's when I watched it, and it was not. And I didn't enjoy it at all. Neither did my parents.
It didn't
We all three agreed that we didn't really like it.
It didn't scare me
We
because I was
watched
sick.
the whole darn thing, waiting for it to get better, but it just, yeah.
When I'm sick,
Yeah, but it was just a lot of, oh my god, oh my gosh, where is it? Oh yeah, and then running and jiggling and then turning the, I don't know where, and it's just, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun.
I couldn't get scared because I was going to throw up. So I would. It took me out of the movie a little bit.
It wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Talk about being sick. Natalie just celebrated 3 years of her sickness.
Yeah, I celebrated.
Should I have gotten you a cake?
No. No, thank you.
So tell everybody what the new status is that is not diagnosed, but it
Nothing's
matches
diagnosed.
up. Yeah, nothing is.
So, I don't know if they're still thinking acute pancreatitis attacks on top of this, or they're just saying this is it. Well, or they, anyway, I have to get a biopsy to see, but something came back.
I think it's acute pancreatitis and this.
Okay, something came back in blood work where there's wondering if I have celiac disease. And apparently celiac disease can come about in your older years and your adult years. It doesn't have to be when you're a child. You can, I guess it lay dormant or
No,
whatever.
but they said stress, surgery.
But, right, that's what I'm getting
trauma.
to. I guess it lay dormant until stress, trauma, blah, blah, blah can make it appear. So, anyway, I have an appointment to talk with them next week at some point. And they said they might want to do the biopsy to see if it's celiac disease depending on what the other tests results come in saying. So it could be celiac disease, and it makes sense on the attacks where it's quick. You know what I mean? Like it's fast.
You had it that night.
Yeah, but I'm saying it happens quickly and it ends quickly.
Mm.
It doesn't, I don't feel like it makes as much sense when it lasts and it hurts. Like that Monday I got my blood drawn, where it was hurting all day long.
And you didn't eat anything that day.
And it makes it worse when I drink or eat something.
Well, that's your
It shouldn't make it worse when I drink water.
not celiac, but
Right.
your pancreas.
That's what I'm saying. It
That's what I
doesn't
told
make
Ron.
sense for
I said
celiac.
it's like this thing here. It's building the pain,
Yeah.
and you're just eating, but then you eat something bad, and it makes that just explode.
Oh. So you think one exasperates the other?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they do say people who have had, or people with celiac disease have a higher chance of getting pancreatitis. But I think I had pancreatitis first. So
And that caused your trauma.
I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to talk to them next week and see what they think. But I do want to make sure, and I want you with me in the conversation.
What is next week? Oh, that's the video call?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do want to make sure that even if they think it's celiac disease, they're not letting go of the acute pancreatitis, because some of celiac disease makes sense, but some of it doesn't make sense for celiac disease. And so I'm wondering if it's both. And it's hard because I'm so used to that at this point, doctors not believing me or just poo-pooing me. And so I don't want them to think that I'm wishing for acute pancreatitis, because who in their right mind would? But I also don't want them saying, hey, this is celiac disease. Bam, you're done. Eat gluten-free. We're done with you. And then I eat gluten-free, and it helps in some aspects because it is celiac disease. But then I still have issues because it's not 100%. It's acute pancreatitis also.
Because the pancreatitis attacks used to come on like every 3 weeks to a month.
Right.
A bad one.
And so I don't want them dropping that completely without making sure that's not it.
Those attacks seem like they're coming more frequently now.
So I'm just wondering if, like, while they're in there doing the biopsy for the celiac disease, is there something they can do to check pancreatitis?
They can biopsy the pancreatitis. That's the best way
I
to
don't
find
know
out.
if I want them to do that because that can cause pancreatitis.
Yep.
Because you touch the pancreas. But I don't know. So that's what I just keep that in mind. So yeah. So I got to talk to them next week and figure all that crap out. And, they may come back and say, hey, yeah, according to your test results, never mind. I don't know. It was a random weird thing in your blood, but with this test, nope, that's not celiac disease. Who knows? But in doing my own little tiny bit of research, some of the stuff does make sense.
Well, the night that my brother-in-law came over and we were supposed to be sleeping in our beds, her and Lana ended up going out in the RV. Since we didn't know what we were doing for dinner, I got Chinese food.
Yeah.
She had a major attack that night.
And I had, it was breaded chicken. It was rice. We had
What did you have?
roll.
What was it called that you had?
All of that, I had sesame chicken.
Okay, there you go.
And so all of that has gluten in it.
Right.
And that was an attack, and I'm saying it was about a level 8 pain, so it wasn't as bad as the other week, but it was not fun. And I almost made Lana run in and get Wes, but then I was like, why? There's nothing he can do. Well, that's just gonna scare Lana. She needs to sleep. Wes needs to sleep. I'll just lay here. And I laid there for a long time. I was trying to, nope, that position makes it worse. Let's turn it under. Maybe I just need to be still. Maybe moving makes it worse. I don't know. But yeah, but then it went away. And that's why I'm thinking, okay, obviously I ate a lot of gluten in that meal. And I don't know what else we had that night or day. I can't remember. But that was one time where it was an attack and it lasted for a little bit and then it went away. And I noticed that hurts when I breathe in too. Whereas the ones that last a lot longer, breathing in doesn't hurt. Is that weird?
I don't know this. This is new to me.
But anyway, so I feel like it's, and thinking about it, and maybe I'm coming to the wrong conclusions. Maybe I'm making it all up, trying to make it fit. I don't know. But
I don't know, but the breathing makes a difference. So anyway, let's change the subject.
Could just be because I was,
because you ate too much?
Adrenaline or something, I don't know.
Talking about eating, Lana's making nightly desserts now.
It's yummy, but it's not good.
Well,
I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm saying that it, health-wise for me, it's not good.
I think we're trying to teach her how to follow instructions and follow a recipe.
Yeah.
And we're trying different things, and her and her brothers.
Yeah. Boys helped last night.
Right? Yeah. So, tell them about the brownies.
So, she's had a couple mishaps. So she tried to make brownies the other day before they went on errands. And she goes, uh-oh, Mom, I think I messed up. I said, what? Well, I read it like 5 times. I swear I did, Mom. But I put 1.5 cups of vegetable oil in it. It's only supposed to be 1/2 cup. What do I do? I'm like, nothing. I'm pretty sure it's ruined. I said, I'll Google it just in case. And it was like, yeah, no, throw the batter out. It's not going to work. And the AI thing that came up was, recommend to follow the directions and any excess oil that you have, use and save for a different recipe.
Thanks. What was the deal with the banana bread the other day?
I don't know.
It was a rock. It was a rock.
I don't know what she did. And she made banana bread since then, and it was delicious. But, yeah. And I don't know why you ate it. Wes still ate it, even though it was a rock. And I don't understand why. But yeah, it was a rock. And then she redid the brownies. But it was a different box of brownies. And it said a different pan size. And she still used the 9x11 pan. And so it was very thin. And so the edges were hard.
We got brownie crumbles.
Get them out of the pan.
We got brownie crumbles is what we got that night, because you were scooping it out and it was all folding over each other.
Yeah, I mean the inside of it, the middle part was good. The edges were just rock hard because it would just, I guess it thinned out as it went out. So.
But I want to get the boys involved. I'm trying, because Natalie's working so hard, and we tried to do homeschool the other day. We made cookies the other night, and I had the boys. It was already
Pre-cut.
It was already pre-cut, but I had the boys roll them into a little ball, and the crumbs would fall on the counter, and they were able to eat the crumbs. I told them that was okay. So then they were like chipping them off a little bit, and then Lana put them on the pan. I said, Lana, now flatten them back out. Go ahead. They don't know, but they had fun, and everybody gave them praise for making delicious.
You made some good cookies.
Yeah,
they were very proud of themselves.
And then tonight she made a Rice Krispie treats, but she wanted to use sprinkles. And I didn't know. I thought sprinkles were hard things. I put them in too early.
They melted. We had green Rice Krispie treats.
And then they just dyed the Rice Krispies.
Yeah, it was fine.
But then when we put them in later in the batter,
those stayed.
They stayed. And the boys, the only reason they tried green Rice Krispie treats was because they thought candy was in it because they saw the little sprinkles.
Yeah.
So they were eating it to try to find the candy in it.
They liked it.
While Natalie's upstairs studying, Lana came to me the other day and she says, I'm bored. I'm so bored, Dad. I want to do something. What can I do? So we got some activities for the boys. And we did a little picture that folds so it looks like an egg. And then you color it and you open it up and there's a dinosaur in the egg. So the boys colored that. We did some dinosaur math, dinosaur tracing numbers, a couple other dinosaur activities. Anything dinosaurs, they're happy to do.
Yeah.
And they're doing good with little homeschool stuff.
Yeah, we're not doing much of it, just here and there, but yeah.
And Lana really did good helping them.
Yeah, good.
You didn't think so?
I wasn't in the room, so
Oh, no, she really did good. You had to help with Julian, because Julian didn't want to trace those numbers out.
Yeah, but he did eventually. I just had to get him excited about it.
Alright. So, we're going through my notes here. I'm just getting those notes that we already talked about that. Paste it there. Boom. Okay. So I heard this, like a would you rather type thing, and I thought it'd be fun. I still have other subjects, but this is just, I'm taking notes as I'm driving down the road. And I was oh, that'd be a good thing to talk about.
Okay.
If you were to Freaky Friday with anybody in the world for 24 hours, who would it be?
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, they're in your body, you're in their body.
I don't know, who would you do? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is that how you do?
Arnold's awesome. I don't know David Copperfield, so I could check out his collection. But I don't know, because I'll get the invite eventually.
Part of me wants to say, like, somebody famous, just to see what a day in the life of being that pampered is like.
So I heard this on another podcast.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But it was like podcast from 5 years ago, or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And they said they'd switch with Joe Biden because they want government secrets. They just want to know what he knows.
But does he know? I don't know.
What does he know?
I don't know if he knows what he knows. Like, oh, okay, and then it just
okay, but say president.
leaves.
Say president. Whoever the president is.
Yeah.
Just say that.
You could screw that up in 24 hours. Oh my. Can you imagine? You're switching with him for 24 hours.
Wait, but Freaky Friday, you don't have their knowledge.
No, you don't. You're right.
That's a dumb question. The question doesn't work.
No. You'd have to, yeah. You'd have to be like, hey, remember those documents we gave me the other day? I need them back.
On the aliens?
Yeah.
On if we landed on the moon?
Yeah, and they're like, what? We never did documents like that. Oh, I meant documents on, like, you know, and then they're bringing in...
that doesn't work at all. That question doesn't work at all.
No, you wouldn't get their knowledge. You'd have to...
You'd be in their body, but...
You'd be president for a day, and that's a lot of responsibility, and I'm not...
I mean, because...
I think of great comebacks and great negotiations, you know, 24 hours after the conversation. So I'd be going into conversations and not having anything. And by the time I Freaky Friday back into my own body, I'd be like, I should have said. And that's how it works. So therefore...
But that question doesn't work.
President.
That question doesn't work.
No, not for... You could say Freaky Friday. You can still ask who you want to switch places with. But you're just not going to get their knowledge. So you could still switch places with David Copperfield and go and look at his collection.
Right.
But you're not going to have his knowledge. And so if you have to perform his show that night, you're not going to have a clue as to what you're supposed to be doing. You're not going to know the order.
Oh, no, I'm not going to know the set list. I'm trying to see if I could do his show. Yeah.
You might be able to figure out doing the parts, but you'll be like whispering.
Yeah, script and staging I wouldn't know, but can I do his show?
Right.
Could I do his show?
Does he have teleprompters where he says...
Yes, he does have a teleprompter.
You gotta pretend like you're him and do the motions like him, you know.
My problem is I'm not a good public reader. I'm not good at reading out loud in public.
Normally David Copperfield is very smooth, intellectual sounding, but on that night, I don't know what happened.
Oh, God.
That
Las Vegas Review Journal came in. So, we were doing something at Sunday school, I don't know, a couple months ago, and something came up, and I said, oh, did you see this? And I just Google searched this thing about, I don't know, they found the Ark or something, whatever it was. Or, yeah, the Ark, right? Noah's Ark, they think they found it and they mapped it, whatever. I was telling my teacher. And then I started reading the article, and like...
In 2 sentences in, he got up and he said to the whole class, why am I reading this? I don't read out loud. Here. And he handed it to them.
I am not a public reader. I was bullied as a kid in school, and it stuck with me.
Yeah.
So here's something. I posted, and I don't have an answer for that, because now I've changed the rules for the Freaky Friday thing.
Yeah, you just switching places.
Yeah.
In the life of, but you
now
don't
see,
get the knowledge.
If I was to switch with Arnold for the day, I think I'd want to switch with him. He's an older man now. I think I'd want to switch with him in the 90s.
Well, that's not possible.
Honey? Right?
It's Freaky Friday now.
Right. But, I mean, Arnold
not Freaky Friday in the 90s.
Arnold of the 90s, dude. He's doing a movie. He's doing this. He's whatever. I don't want to be a governor. I don't want to be governor. But whatever.
Yeah.
And he, golly, so ripped. But, yeah. I don't know who I'd want to switch a day with.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But I think that's smart to switch with somebody to get answers. But Freaky Friday doesn't work that way. But if it
somebody
worked
you
that
know
way,
just to figure out what the heck they're thinking, like, you know what I mean,
like me and you switch.
What the heck are they thinking? No, I don't.
That way I know what it's like that time of the month, because golly, that's the only time we ever fight. See what I mean? Anyway, hey, look.
I've told him multiple times, you never bring that up. And when I talk to any other girl on Earth, they look at him like he's crazy, like, what's wrong with you?
Because
you
we
never
don't
bring
fight.
that up.
We don't fight.
Okay,
we love each other with all my... She means the world to me.
Every man on the planet knows you don't ask the woman, what is going on? Are you on your period? You don't say that to a woman when you think she's on her period, because that just makes her go, excuse me? Because in that moment, you know with 100% clarity you are right. It's not until later, when you're out of the hormonal fog, that you look back and go, maybe it was hormones. So in the moment that you think it's a period thing, you don't say, are you on your period? What is wrong? That makes everything worse. I have told him that. We've been married 17 years. 17 plus years I have been telling him that. I have gotten the opinions of friends, of everybody.
Doctors.
And
I even talked to our doctor.
They look at him and go, what is wrong with you? You do not ask that question.
Because I love you with all my heart.
No,
and
then you
something ain't
don't
right. Well, then get it out of you. I'm trying to shake the fog out of your ears. I want to see smoke come out of your ears.
Don't bring that up.
Let's talk about this.
I'm just saying, and I think everybody on here, all the women will agree with me. All the men would agree with me. Any guy who's ever had a girlfriend for 2 seconds, a fiance or a wife, would look at you like you're crazy. Like, what is wrong with you?
I've never had a girlfriend.
Why would you bring that up?
I've never had a girlfriend that I've gotten along with so well. Like I can't describe how strong our bond is and how much I love her. But also, I don't think I ever asked another girlfriend, are you on your period because you're acting weird? I don't think I ever asked another girlfriend that.
Because you didn't care, or you weren't getting along as well between anyway?
Maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? We didn't have that bond.
Maybe I'm just extra emotional.
Well, maybe
be extra hormonal.
Maybe because we're so mesh that when things aren't right, I'm like, hey, what the heck?
Yeah.
Where the other relationships might have been like that to begin with. So when they were acting weird, it was like, oh, it's just another Tuesday. I don't know.
Could be.
But I don't think I ever asked another girl that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you in your period? What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Because we get along so well.
You don't. That's a forbidden question.
Anyway.
Still, he will ask it. I guarantee you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna stop. So listen.
Next question is gonna be, are you going through menopause? Then you're really gonna get slapped. You better watch out. If you thought period hormones are bad, wait till menopause hits, honey.
Hey, honey, I love you with all my heart. But you saw me get ready for the show today. I shaved my face and my head. Can you please take care of your mustache?
That's gonna be bad.
All right, so listen.
That's not nice.
So I'll help you. You can use my head shaver.
Just wax. I get one of those wax things.
Anyway. I put on my Facebook and my social media stuff this week about my newspaper headline prediction, and I had lots of people reach out to me, didn't know I did it. This was done in 2007. We'd been together for 2 years. Why did I do it? We had a theater show. We had an illusion show.
You had an illusion show, and you wanted some publicity.
I wanted to do something big. This was before we started filming.
You were doing it on a smaller scale at other shows. You did it at
I don't remember this. Tell me. This is back in 2007.
You don't remember this?
Nope.
You did it. Yeah, you did it on a smaller scale, but then you just upped this one. You're like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it, and poof.
What was I doing in smaller shows?
The headline prediction.
Of a newspaper?
Yeah.
But was I mailing it to them eventually? Was I mailing it to them?
No. I don't know. I don't remember that, but I know you did it a few times. You did this a few times, and you made it a big deal on this one. Like, you put that in like a month ahead of time or something, whereas the other times it would be a week before.
I've done so much magic over the years. If it's not on video, I don't remember it.
And it would just be with the person that booked it. You'd have them come up and be like, okay, I sent this to you a week ago, right?
Oh, so I mailed it to them. Okay,
or whatever.
I mailed it to them.
And then, but this time, it was like a month out, and you had the bankers, and you had the cops, and you had everything else. So this was bigger deal.
So this is what happened. It was an illusion show, fundraiser show, I think. And it was in a town where I knew a lady that was a friend of my brother's that worked at a bank. And I just reached out to her and said, hey, do you think you could do this for me? And she's like, yeah, not a problem. So I had a briefcase. I walk into the bank with a briefcase. Natalie's with me taking pictures and being my lovely assistant. And the beer bottle had all the labels peeled off. It was closed shut. You could see the prediction inside the bottle. And then I had masking tape on the outside, but you could still see the prediction in the bottle. So there was windows around them. And then each teller...
That way you couldn't read through.
Well, it was also curled up so tight you couldn't read it anyway, right?
Well, I didn't know if like you saw a word.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Because it was like a scroll. It was folded up so tight you can't see the words in it.
Oh, okay.
But they signed along the bottle, and I signed and dated along the bottle. That way they couldn't switch it out, and I couldn't switch it out. Everybody's verified. But here's the other thing. Even if they did try to get to the bottle... It was locked in my briefcase because I had a combination lock on the briefcase. And then they took the briefcase
and locked it
and put it in the bank vault. Awesome. We got pictures, we did press releases, all of that for that. Then, the night of the show, I'm just waiting on my friend that works at the bank to bring it to me. And she said, oh no, I talked to the local police department. They're going to be the ones bringing it to you, and they're going to be the ones verifying that you're doing and you're not doing anything tricky.
Okay.
But that was thrown at me. I remember being scared because how old was I in 2007?
I don't know.
Right? But
30.
Yeah. Something like that.
You were turning 30, so you're 29.
But I feel like a kid now, 47. So I'm like, oh gosh, these cops, they're police, they're cops, they're watching me. But it's a trick. I'm gonna do something, but I don't, But I did it. It matched, and then I was so worried about the cops over my shoulders watching. When the trick happened, the applause, I don't remember hearing the thunderous applause in the audience because I was so focused on what I had to do, and that's all it is. Just take it out and show it to them, and they opened it up and read it and matched it. That to me, it was anticlimactic.
Yeah, but to everybody else, it wasn't.
If the lady would have brought it out and I would have opened it and she would have read it, I wouldn't have been nervous, so I wouldn't have been anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I was nervous because of the cops.
Yeah.
thunderous applause? Did everybody love it?
I don't remember. Yes, sure.
I don't remember either. Yeah. But anyway, that's my newspaper headline prediction. It was just something that I wanted to do. Just one of those bucket list things. I want to do that. I did it. What was the newspaper headline that day? I don't remember. I'm good at predicting the future. I can't remember the past.
You should have taken a picture with it. With the newspaper after the show.
Well, we were doing our illusion show, so you were backstage getting ready for the next piece or setting animals.
No, I was right there with you.
So I don't remember anything. Where were you with the cops? Where were you?
I don't know. I just remember watching you do it because you took the hammer and broke it.
Yeah, great. Oh, I'm up here. All right, so notes. How much Superman coffee cup, Superman movies coming out. I love Superman.
Uh-huh.
On my social media stuff, I just started seeing like a Superman Smallville podcast that came out, and they go and do every episode, and they talk about it. They do like an hour-long podcast for each episode.
It's done now, though, right?
Probably, but
Not
I mean
for
it'll
you.
live forever.
Right.
I haven't started episode 1.
Oh.
I want to do episode 1 where we're going to shows and then watch it when we get home.
Oh.
But I want to do each episode with you. Maybe you and Lana.
Oh, okay. I see ya.
Because they talk about the episode, and then we could go watch it that night. I'd rather do it in that order.
Wait. You don't want to watch it first and then they talk about it?
No, because they say stuff like on the clips, on the highlight clips. He's like, dude, in watching that episode, if you look in my back right pocket, you can see my notes for the script changes that day. It's in my back pocket. And I showed that clip to you, and you're like, yeah, but nobody else would know what that was. But if we watch that after, then you'd want to go back and watch for that.
Okay.
So I want to listen to the podcast, then watch that episode.
I just don't remember. I don't remember the episodes. I don't remember what happened, so I didn't know if that was needed first.
No, you didn't remember the reel last time I showed you?
No. I don't remember the show.
Natalie was breastfeeding Lana. Lana had a string on her tongue. Lana had a hard time breastfeeding.
Is what they say. Yeah, and I was going crazy apparently. I don't remember going crazy. I just remember being tired and being focused. You feed the kid. So, slow eater. I nursed her for 45 minutes. Then I would have to supplement with what I pumped last time for her. Then I would have to pump. Then I'd have to clean all the pump and store what I pumped. And then I would have like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'd have to start the whole process over again. And this was 24 hours around the clock. So I watched Smallville while I just sat there.
She did 10 seasons of Smallville in 1 month.
And I was tired. And I don't remember it. I have no idea what happened on that show. I know there's a storm at some point in the beginning. He gets knocked off a bridge at some point.
Oh, that's episode 1.
Yeah, and I think I just remember those because you've brought them up before.
Well, and also that's in the opening montage too.
Oh, that's in the opening. There you go. And I know there's something with caves at some point.
That's when it got weird for me. Yeah, because it was like they just threw that in for some reason.
And then I don't know. I feel like they had a whole meeting room area, and everybody was in on it at some point later. But I don't know.
Like Lex's office?
No, it wasn't Lex's office. It was for Clark and the blonde-haired girl and
Chloe.
Yeah, and someone else, and that was like their little. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
No, you might be talking about when they were in high school and they were doing like the Wall of Weird and stuff.
No, that was in high school when they had it. I think this was after. This was like later.
Oh, that's when the Green Arrow and everybody came in. So they were doing like the Hall of Justice type thing.
Oh, okay.
Type of thing, yeah.
I don't remember Green Arrow.
Anyway, that was her first traumatic break in life. I thought I lost you. I thought you were. I told you that.
He thought I was going insane, but I didn't feel like I was going insane. I just felt tired.
You had like no memory recall. It was like I talked to you and tell you something, you couldn't remember it. You were just focused only on the baby.
That's because when you don't get sleep, how well does your memory work?
Plus, but that's what I said.
24/7. I was just, and then we were at one point. We went and visited my grandmommy with my parents, And you met us later. I guess you had a show or something. I don't know. But I went with my mom and dad and rode with them down. And then you met us later. And I had Lana in the crib and I set my alarm. And she was still sleeping and the alarm went off. And you said, stop, just go back to sleep. I said, I can't. I gotta feed her. You said, go back to sleep. And like you made me go back to sleep and skip one. But I remember that I remember that because I did go back to sleep and I felt so guilty for going back to sleep.
And she's alive.
She's alive. She still takes forever to eat, but she's alive.
Dude, I'm telling you, it wasn't right. You lack of sleep mess with your head.
Well, honey, I was determined. I wanted.
Oh, I know when you get determined. I know.
I had to keep my baby alive, and I wanted to breastfeed.
Also,
we got her right. She good.
Also, Patreon people. I talk about Patreon every time Natalie and I do an episode together. You get podcast extras. We're going to come back here right after we film this and do podcast extras. And I teach magic. We talk magic business, our business, marketing. I take props off the shelf, show you how it works, dive deep, go through my magic shop, go through the props, teach you how it's done, see if you like it, whether you want it or not. Just like if you're visiting a magic shop, right? But here's the thing. I filmed a video the other day with Lana in my magic room. And Lana's like, Dad, you're pranking me, right? I said, what? She said, this is a dumb trick. I said, honey, I like the trick. I have it in my collection. I like the trick. And she's like, Dad, it's dumb. I see what's happening. Are you playing with... Is this a joke? No, Lana. Maybe if I do it this way, you'll like it better. Dad, it's still bad. Maybe if I do it at a different angle. Dad, no. Alright, well just pretend, Lana, and let's do it. We filmed it. And then I was all set to put it on Patreon. And Lana goes downstairs and she says, hey, Dad, show Mom the video we did. Natalie said, what did you say?
I said, that doesn't look good.
That don't look good at all, Wes.
That doesn't look good at all. That's obvious. Like, it was obvious. It was obvious.
So what I'm here to say is we have standards of what we teach you guys on Patreon, and it's getting approved for everybody. Yeah. Only good stuff. I think the trick is a great trick. I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm not seeing what they're seeing, and I don't see what they're seeing on video.
Wow. Yeah.
Are you guys seeing with magic eyes?
No, because I didn't remember what the trick was, and then you did it, and I said, "Ooh."
That's so weird. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know how you're not seeing it.
So we have quality control on our Patreon videos. We only teach you good stuff. We only teach you good stuff. It's a great trick. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something weird or wrong or whatever. It's not my show, so it's not something I do all the time. I literally haven't picked that trick up in over 10 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they're seeing it. I don't.
Seeing it.
I really don't understand. But anyway. Patreon.com/Wes_Iseli. For as little as $5 a month, you get podcast extras. You get me teaching you magic, business stuff, blooper reels, behind-the-scene content, a whole bunch more, and discount at magiciansmagicshop.com and our merch. So check it out. And you can also join just a free account and get videos every once in a while that I just plug in there. Anything else you have to say?
No. I don't have anything else.
Nothing else?
No.
So for our podcast extra, when we film, on Patreon, I wrote to everybody and said, hey, send us in some questions. So we're going to answer, I got more than a handful of questions Patreon people send in that we'll go over and answer that for Patreon people.
No, get away.
Yeah? Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Natalie?
Yeah?
I need you to tell me some days that we're available next week, or evenings, or mornings, or whatever, so I can get everything booked. This is just a crazy time of year. We had a week in the bank extra starting out in the summer. But then, yeah, we were 1 week ahead.
Oh, yeah, but then
our AC
happened.
went out.
No, I don't know.
AC and our busy schedule, both.
And the lady messed up and didn't show up. And that pushed it back.
That was the thing?
I think that's what pushed it back.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we never gave us another cushion.
So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Check out patreon.com/Wes_Iseli. We'll see you next week. 1, 2, 3. See you next week.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.